Hey everybody, I recently set up this 125 gallon pond out in the backyard, and I'm basically approaching it as though it's an open top aquarium. It's just going to be an outdoor open top aquarium. I set up a filter that is more or less a homemade under gravel filter. It's simply the intake hose for the pump, has a bunch of holes drilled in it. I have that sort of coiled around on the bottom of the pond, and then I have about 3 or 4 inches of gravel poured over top of that, and so that's effectively my under gravel filter. And then of course I just have it pumping up to the top of the hill and flowing back down into it. So today I thought we'd have a little bit of a look at it and just sort of talk about it in terms of it being an aquarium rather than a pond, because as far as ponds go, this isn't very big for a pond, and it does not have any kind of natural earth substrate or bottom. It will have a little bit of gravel in the bottom, but that's not the same as the bottom of a pond that would be out in the woods somewhere, and it has mud or clay or something like that on the bottom. And so this is not going to function like an actual pond. It's going to function more like a big open top aquarium, and so that's kind of the way I'm approaching this, although the winter is going to be a little different. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So the fish I have in it right now are just some comet goldfish. I bought them as feeder fish from PetSmart, but I also put 4 black koi in there. I thought they were really good looking fish. I don't know if they're going to get eaten by raccoons or blue herons. We have osprey not too far from here. We have bald eagles, we have kingfishers, we have all kinds of prey animals or predatory animals that will prey on these fish. I even saw a garter snake in there already swimming around, and garter snakes will go after small goldfish and stuff like that. So it's possible that I'm going to lose some of these fish over time. We're just going to play that one by ear and find out. As far as the plants go, I have pickerel rush in the corner behind me. I have water lily planted on the bottom, and right now I'm having a little bit of problems with the one plant that's supposed to be tall and spiky, and that is a dwarf cattail, and you can see it's just sort of not doing anything. It's been in there for quite a while now, and it's just sitting there doing nothing, and so we're gonna have to go ahead and return that to the store or do whatever we're gonna do, get a new one or something, but that one's not doing anything. So otherwise, everything is ticking over well. It is cycled in. I got no ammonia. I got no more nitrite. The nitrate is up to about 10 or 15 parts per million. So we know the cycle is working just fine. I'm really starting to get a lot of tannin build up in the tank. And that's what got me thinking about shooting this video. If I looked in the bottom of the tank, or if you look in the bottom of the aquarium or pond, if you will notice there's already a bunch of twigs and leaves and little seed pods, and there's all kinds of just sort of outdoors detritus that you would imagine would fall into an open top system like this, or just get blown in by the breeze or whatever. And I scooped some of the stuff out. I do have like a pond skimmer that I do the surface, and I will sort of stir up some stuff on the bottom and clean a little bit of that out. But for the most part, it's building up on the bottom, and that's a good thing in the terms of it being a pond and being a natural environment. But it got me thinking about the whole aquarium thing again. Would you let stuff from outdoors just fall into your aquarium or just fall into your fish tank and then sink to the bottom and start putting tannins and who knows what else in there? I never worry about that kind of stuff. I take sticks and branches and leaves from I find out in the yard, or I collect down at the stream, and I bring them home and I put them in my aquarium all the time. But I know not everybody is willing to do that, and a lot of people think that there's great danger and great harm in doing that, and I've never really experienced that. Now, I can't say that if I collected up a handful of stuff from the stream and brought it home, I might not be bringing home something predatory or a parasite or something like that. But as far as leaves or little twigs or branches or stuff that falls in there, nothing's going to fall in there that's really going to have any impact on this fish or harm them or anything. And so I'm not worried about that. And in fact, in the long run, that's going to turn out to be good, because it's going to provide a food source. It's going to provide a hiding place if I ever get minnows or do any sort of native fish from around here. It'll give them a place to possibly even spawn and put their eggs down in the detritus and stuff at the bottom. So we'll see how that works out. I don't think it's going to be an issue. The one thing I am concerned about is temperature. This is not very deep. It's plastic and it's got black, lining on everything. And so I checked the temperature today and we're already up to 81 degrees, and it is still May, albeit the last day of May, but it's still May, and I'm up at 81 degrees already. So I do not know how warm this pond is going to get over the course of the summer. I do have some stuff planted that's going to provide a little bit of shade, a little bit of cover from the sun, and we don't get full sun like this for too many hours of the day. I'm in a fairly shady location. We're kind of in the sunny part of the day, that's why I'm out here, but it gets enough sun and it's shallow enough and it's black enough that it's going to absorb a lot of that radiation, and we're probably going to see at least 90 degrees in this before too long. And so should I add an air stone is what I keep thinking. Now if you look along the water's edge where the water is flowing into the pond, you'll see that it's flowing in pretty vigorously. It's running fairly deep down into the water. It's carrying those bubbles fairly far down into the water. Those bubbles then have to rise back up and then pop at the surface. We have all of that flowing water that's coming down the hill and bubbling and splashing. So I think I'm probably going to be good as far as the oxygenation goes. And once I get some more plants and stuff going on in here during the day when the sun is shining, there will be photosynthesis occurring and oxygen will be produced in the water during the day as that's happening. So I think I'll be okay. I've seen some pretty shallow ponds in the summer that have calm, flat water on them with very little circulation and are like bath water, 95-degree water, and I've seen carp and koi and goldfish and stuff swimming around in those. So I think this one's going to be okay, but that is something that crossed my mind, and I'd be interested to hear anybody else's point of view, or if you have any experience keeping a pond outside over the summer when it's hot, or if you do a summer tub, do you think an air stone would be necessary in this circumstance? I'd be interested to hear what other people have to say about it. So that's it. I'm also toying with the idea of doing like a Saturday afternoon live stream from out here. We can sit in the yard and do a live stream from in front of the pond rather than sit in front of my tanks in the fish room. So let me know what you think about that idea. This is going to be sort of my first test run of this type of video, sitting out here in the yard for the summer and enjoying the pond a little bit. So again, let me know if you'd like to see a live stream. Otherwise, I do a live stream every Friday night and Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and for my members only, I do a live stream every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. So if you're interested in that, join up for a basic membership and you'll get access to the live stream plus a few other things. You can look into the memberships if you're interested in that. It's $2.99 a month. I don't have tier levels. Basic membership gets you full access. So check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell. Thanks for watching this one, and I will see you real soon in the next one.